You a big Morbius fan?
I'm a big morb head. It's what we call ourselves. We're the
More
morbs.
files, dude.
We're the morphiles. I'm more of a fan of Loxius personally. You know, that one scene.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Hi, I'm a local morb head, Grubba Gizmo.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. Just works like that.
It's a little morb weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
Morbius happened.
First off, I think we should say thank you for viewing the crapshoot. If you decided to stay for this episode and not the last one, which was pretty popular, right, James?
It was popping off, you know. It was getting.
It was a banger. That was a banger episode.
It was getting a little nutty.
Right. So, you know, just so you know, yes, I did see all your constructive criticism about how you hated the background music. So, you know, from this episode, it's just gone. No music.
What
right,
was
James?
the name of the music you used, by the way?
I'm just kidding. The music's coming right back, and it's gone again.
Oh. Well, what's the name of it? Because
I don't know.
When I tried,
It's been
I know. So
been a
here's the
long
thing: when I tried making our G Savior intro, where it was both our intros,
Yeah.
and I tried going to whatever music you have clipped at the bottom of your videos, that's not the same music.
No,
that is not the same song.
Well,
at
I mean,
all.
I didn't clip it. It auto generates it for the video. Because that's what YouTube does nowadays. It just auto generates stuff. So it was just an auto generator. That's the ending music or something. Well, yeah. Since that video was super popular,
no more music in the background. There's no more music in the background. I listen just no more music.
Jesus, why do you sound so weird there?
Oh, what? You mean the music? I mean,
No, your entire voice
no
there.
music.
Well, so yeah, apparently no music now. And actually, you know,
No
it makes it easier to edit. You can blame James for having the music in there in the first place. So
Yeah, I've been a
yeah,
big.
I mean, why'd you even
music.
try to? No, I'm just joking. That was me. I put the music in there. It was me
No,
the
it's me.
entire
It's
time.
my
It was
fault.
me, Barry. I was the one.
Whoa, JD, you're the man.
I was
behind
the one
slaughter.
who shit on the Halo TV show.
JD, you're the
It
man
was
behind the
me.
slaughter.
I was the purple guy. I was the one who killed all those kids. No,
Wow,
but-
man, I can't believe you killed 5 kids and stuffed them in the
Yes,
suits.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
at least 5.
Man, that's a very confused. Yeah.
When you say like, "Wow, I can't believe you killed all those 5 kids."
Kids. Well, because like the thing is, it's like it's not exactly confirmed how many kids, and it's not confirmed if it was.
I think it
only
is
kids.
confirmed. Oh, I mean, MatPat at least has like a theory of how many
Well,
there were killed.
there's a certain number that have been shown to be killed, but I don't know if that's all of them that have been killed because there's also a ton of other animatronics, and then it's
Or he
also
could have
like,
killed. He could have killed off screen. That could have
exactly, and then there's also like the dog.
happened.
There's the theory that Mangle is a dog that got.
But I'm
its
pretty
spirit
sure
trapped.
the dude didn't kill the dog. The dog was like ran over, so it was like already dead or something.
Right, but like, I'm still gonna count it. 'cause
Anyway,
he
we're getting off
he mangled
track.
the
Wasn't there
corpse.
like a topic that we were supposed to talk about today?
Yeah, Morbius.
No, not Morbius. Oh yeah, you went
No.
to see a movie, right?
No.
What movie did you watch?
I watched the new Nicolas Cage movie.
And the name was?
It certainly had a name.
It's like you don't remember the name. Name
No,
the
I
movie you
don't.
just watched was.
I genuinely don't because it's such a weird fucking name. It's like the unbearable weight of massive talent or something.
What the fuck? Really?
I know massive
Did you
talent
watch
is
that?
the end of it.
Did you watch it at the coast? You know?
Oh, of
Coast
course,
the
man.
Sun?
I drove down to the coast. I got a bunch of sand in my car because of it.
Oh,
But,
and you hate sand. You know, it just
I
gets
hate- you know,
everywhere.
I'm
And
I'm over Anakin Skywalker.
yeah, and
Yeah.
You know, Anakin Skywalker is actually the purple guy. He killed a bunch of kids. You know, all great things are copied from something else that's great.
What?
And FNAF was copied from
FNAF was
specifically
copied
Star
from
Wars
Star
3.
Wars.
Star Wars
At
3,
Star
Revenge
Wars
of the Sith.
Episode 3 at whatever the timestamp that the kids died at.
Yeah.
Not the scene where he ignites his lightsaber, specifically the
No,
security
the scene
footage
of
of
where he
Anakin.
literally decapitates kids on like the big screen. Like he
Yeah,
cuts one of them from like he bisects the neck from like the head from the body and then
when
stabs his
when-
lightsaber like up a kid's asshole like all the way through his body. Like that was
Jeez.
pretty gross.
Yeah, specifically the part
Also,
where
the movie you
Obi-Wan and
watched was
Yoda-
called
where
the
Obi-Wan
unbearable weight of massive talent. 2022.
Isn't that what I said?
I don't think so. You said the unbearable something, but I don't think it was weight. I didn't
think I
hear
said
talent.
weight.
I did hear you say massive.
Well, we'll just have to wait.
Huh.
find
Wait, why is
out.
Nicolas Cage listed twice on?
Because he plays himself as well as a younger version of himself.
Oh, because it says Nicolas Cage and Nick Cage.
Yeah, two different people.
I see.
There's also 3 different Nick Cages in the movie.
Really?
hmm So
Is it like a
there's
time traveling movie or what is
No,
this? Okay.
nothing supernatural happens. There's just
But
3
there's
Nick
just a
Cages.
younger version of him and an older. So it's like what,
hold on.
flashbacks?
I'll get to it. So there's normal Nick Cage, who is a struggling actor who is like financially down on his luck. He's going through a divorce. His
Wow, that's
daughter
totally not
hates him.
so real to real life, Nick.
I think the only difference is that he has a son, and his son's Asian, not a white
Is
girl.
his son's name Kal-El?
Kal-El Cage, yeah, you know him.
I do know him.
Of course, I know him. He's me.
Of course I know him. He's me.
But yeah, and he gets this like invitation to go like to Pedro Pascal's island to come hang out with him for his birthday.
Okay, wait, hold
But
on. Before you go
yeah,
on,
I was about
do
to say, I was
I
gonna
didn't
stop-
want to hear
no,
an
I was
entire
gonna
like.
stop there. No, I was gonna stop there. Like that's just the premise of the movie, and then here's why there's 3 Nick Cages. Every time he has a decision to make, he turns to his younger self, who is in his mind, which is Nick Cage from like the 90s, I think.
Is it priest Nick Cage?
No, it's younger.
He's younger than that?
He's got long hair, a leather
Has he not been
jacket.
balding yet?
No, he's
So it's like
he's,
pre-20. It's like pre-18 years old then.
well, hold on, maybe.
I'm pretty sure
It's-
Nick
it's-
Cage started
it's
balding when
long
he was
hair.
like 20.
It's long hair, so it's like covering the sides. It's like what I do
Oh,
with
I
my
see.
hair.
I see. And how
speak
like
from
I do with my
experience.
hair. And this is
We're
where I
just-
introduce our sponsor, Keeps.
Man, I'd love to.
Dude, we had Keeps as a sponsor. That'd be great. I get to
would
keep
be-
my hair,
it would-
and we
it
get to
would-
keep some revenue
Of course, I don't
instead
get
of
to keep
it
my hair,
being
though.
all embezzled by YouTube. So yeah,
But,
that's why there's 3 younger Nick Cages.
Well, no, that's the young Nick Cage, and then there's actor Nick Cage, and then there's Nick Cage in the movie about the movie that we're watching, Nick Cage.
And that's a different Nick Cage.
It's a Tropical Thunder moment
Oh, okay.
where they're like at the end watching the movie at the
It's
Oscars
Tropic
and stuff.
Thunder, but worse.
No, actually, better. I'd say.
Really?
I'd say that I really enjoyed this a lot more than Tropic Thunder because it wasn't as problematic.
I like Tropic Thunder. It was really funny.
Yeah, yeah. I really bet you like the part where Robert Downey Jr. pulls off his blackface.
Yeah,
Just literally
he
just-
did. Did you know that that's the first time I've ever saw Robert Downey Jr. on screen? So I thought he was
So that-
black for like
So
the first.
so the exact same thing happened to me. And I didn't understand what was happening in the movie when I was a kid when I saw this.
Yeah,
I was so confused. I was just like, yeah,
like I thought they replaced him with a different actor when he pulled his blackface off.
so did I. And then I was like, yeah, they just put a bunch of dirt on this one guy's face and told him that he's playing the same character as the other guy. And that's supposed to be the joke. And I was just like, that makes sense to me.
Like,
growing
I don't
up
know,
with,
I don't know, man. My facial recognition when I was smaller was just not as good. So all I saw was like he was black and he sounded different than after he took off the blackface and then put on the accent. And I was just like, oh, it's just a different guy.
I thought it was Hugh Jackman.
Bub, you thought it was me, Bub?
No, because he had the Australian accent that Hugh Jackman does.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe it's because Robert Downey Jr. does like a Maybe it's because he's a big fan of Hugh Jackman.
I mean, he does like the Australian accent. He has like the long hair and everything, and it just like at the end of the movie, he has like very tan skin, and so I'm like, yeah, that's Hugh Jackman. That looks like Hugh Jackman put on a blonde wig. It's Hugh Jackman playing the white version of whoever the black guy was. And it didn't occur to me till years later watching it. I'm like, oh my god, is this wrong? I think
Is
so.
this wrong?
Or is the point that we're supposed to think it wrong?
Well, I mean,
I
in the context of the
my
movie,
brain do not
a
know.
movie that's so ridiculously stupid, it might be all right. But if it was like unironic, like blackface, like serious blackface, then maybe that's not so cool.
You know, Christopher Lee,
No, I don't
Count
know.
Dooku,
Okay, yeah.
the guy from Howling 2.
The guy who got his head cut off by Anakin Skywalker in episode 3.
In yeah, in episode 3, Howling 2.
Uh-huh.
Um
What about
he
him?
he did some makeup on himself for a movie
Was it
where he was
particularly dark makeup on his face?
no, it was a very light color, JD. Would you like to take a guess what Christopher Lee made himself look like?
The Joker?
No, a Chinese man.
Ah, I see.
Ah, that was the noise he made.
Ah. Ah, I see. Part of the Force, aren't we?
They, they put makeup on him to make his eyes look like they went back longer. They gave him like yellowish makeup. It like they gave
Yeah.
him the fucking
So
something thing
he just
fu
looks Chinese then.
mustache. He looks jaundiced, I'll say that.
Okay. He looks like a exaggerated version of what people think Chinese people stereotypically look like.
Have you ever seen the Family Guy skit where it's like Peter's like I'm a sketch artist, and then he just draws like a very cartoony face looking guy, and then later on in the episode that guy shows up like actually looking like the cartoon.
like literally the drawing is
Yes,
shows up. Yeah.
that's literally
Did
what
he draw
Christopher
like
Lee
a
was.
vague Asian looking dude
Yes,
with like the lines for
yes.
eyes? Yeah. And then like
That's what
I
they,
think I remember the
that's,
bit being like the police officer was like, "Are you sure this is the right guy?" He's
yeah,
like, "Yeah, no,
and
I'm positive. It looks exactly like this." He's like, "I don't know." And then like the guy shows up later, like, "Wait a minute."
yeah, he like mugs Brian or Stewie, I think. He like punches
Yeah,
them,
and
then
then
takes their wallet.
Brian gets run over, and Stewie comes over, and he's like, "Brian."
And then they have a an Italian dog that nobody liked.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Open a
Why
beepa.
did they? Why did they do that?
I really like their Italian bit where they make fun of how Italian or how the Italian language sounds.
And then Seth MacFarlane goes, "No, no, I can do that. I'm Italian." And everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Seth, I'm pretty sure you're only
You know the
Irish." And
bit where he's in the Italian he's like in the Italian shop and then he's like, no, I can talk to him. I can speak his language. Bo-ba-da-beep-ba, beep-ba-beep-ba, bo-ba. They do that for like 3 minutes. And then I'm like, when I was a kid, I was like, there's no way it sounds like that. And then like a week ago, I heard about this like real restaurant the name is like
Oh,
Buca
Beppo?
Beppo or something. I'm like, what the
Buca
fuck?
Beppo, yeah, man. We love Buca
That
Beppo.
sounds just like sounds like a racist name. Or racist, or I mean like making fun of Italian people.
I think that's genuinely the point of it, though, is that it's
Really?
supposed to sound racist.
Is it
to
an
make you wanna
actual
come.
Italian word? Like Italian words there? Or is it just
I'm
literally just
pretty
sounds like
sure.
it's supposed to be Italian?
I think it actually is. Hold on,
Like
I'm
Bopa
gonna.
Beppo is actually is it actually an Italian phrase?
I'm checking real quick.
That's a funny phrase though. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess big movie. Nick Cage has been in some like weird movies.
Well, do you know why he has?
Nope.
So the
Does he
reason
just
is
like
he's
being in small movies, or is he just poor all the time now and needs money?
well, it wasn't that he was poor. He was just like very in debt about something and stuff.
He's in debt.
Yeah, he was in. Okay, so um, I don't think it does mean anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I put it through Google Translate. The name roughly translates as Joe's small place from Italian.
Oh,
And I think
Joe,
it's very
as in
specific.
your brother Joe.
So I was gonna bring that up. because I was like, I'm pretty sure it translates to Joe's place, and we'd always go there for his birthday.
You went to Boop and Beppo?
We several times. We actually met Joe from Impractical Jokers there and everything. There's photographic evidence.
Oh, well, I mean, I've never.
Yeah, he was our waiter.
Oh, well, you know, I've never went to never went to Boop and Beppo. Have you realized that I don't know who you're talking about?
You don't know who Joe from Impractical Jokers is?
Nope. Who's
JD.
Impractical Jokers? What's Impractical
JD.
Jokers? Is that a movie?
No, it's a TV show.
Yeah, well, you know I don't watch TV shows.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
Like I barely even know what that one TV show is popular called. Like, what was it? A game? Something about a cephalopod game? Yeah, whatever that show was called. You know,
Man,
where the people dress up as funny. They dress up in the One Punch Man before One Punch Man tracksuits. You know, they dress up in the One Punch Man tracksuits, but except instead of blue, it's green. And then they go out and they play some games, and some people with guns shoot them if they're bad at the game, if they're not gamers. So
no, I don't think I know what you're talking about.
No, not ringing any bells. You like there's a scene where he like takes this cookie type thing, and they're supposed to like cut it out using like a needle, but instead of like cutting it out, the dude just like eats it, and then he sent me a picture of them, but I still don't know who they are. They just look. It looks like a stock image of like a group of friends.
It genuinely does. But the guy on the left is Joe from Impractical Jokers, and our waiter literally looked. Yeah.
Okay.
Our waiter literally looked exactly like him, except he had darker hair. That was the only difference.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't actually Joe from Impractical Jokers.
No, but it was.
Okay. I mean, it's there, I guess.
Listen, just put him in the thumbnail. People know.
No, I'm not going to put him in the thumbnail.
Well, JD, hold on. Here's the thing.
I figured out
JD,
that we need to put in some real searchable terms as the thumbnail, even if we only talk about it for literally 5 seconds.
That's what I was about to tell you. That's what I was about to tell you. Yeah. Joe from Practical Jokers just left Impractical Jokers.
Nobody's going to be searching for Impractical Jokers.
JD, I don't think you realize how big Impractical Jokers actually is.
Yeah, how big is it that nobody I've ever talked to has ever mentioned Impractical Jokers?
That's because you don't watch TV.
Yeah, but everyone of my other friends watch TV, and they have never mentioned Impractical Jokers.
Text your friends. Do you guys know Impractical Jokers?
I'm sorry, James.
Right now?
Have you ever mentioned Impractical Jokers to me before today?
No, because I've never had a reason to.
Exactly. Why is there no reason to? It's because they suck. They're terrible.
JD, they're genuinely very popular. I don't think you understand how popular these people are.
I find it hard to believe you, not because you're lying to me, but because everything that you say is like you're like delusional for like a lot of things you say.
Are you looking it up right now?
I am looking up Impractical Jokers right now. I don't know. Looks good, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a prank TV show.
Oh, it's a prank TV show. So it's like Jackass.
Yeah, but better.
Okay. 8.6 on IMDb.
So yeah, they have 3 million followers on their YouTube channel for it.
Their popularity is that they're 1,000 and they're 1,012.
Their most popular video is 12 million views.
That's not screaming like everybody knows them to me.
Practical Jokers, Joe Leaves, 109k views, 78k views, 145k views, 262k views. I think I'm seeing a little pattern here, JD. I think I'm seeing a little thing here.
That's not a lot, James. That's the pattern that I'm seeing. It's definitely not a lot.
That's what you're getting?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
JD,
when you said really like really big, I thought you meant like 10 million per video on them. I was like, there's no way. But then you said 78k, and I was like, okay, that makes more sense.
JD, they're way bigger than us. It's like
we're literally the smallest, James. Like you can't get smaller than us, James.
JD, that's how many people watch.
When you say really big, I thought you meant like Markiplier big.
JD, how many views did Super Mega Video get? How many views?
They get more than 78k. They get like 100k per, maybe 200k per. So in Super Mega, I wouldn't say Super Mega is like super big, I'd say they're big. Yeah, see, look, Super Mega. They
953K
get
videos.
210 on the Mario Party.
69, 88, 103,
100,
94, 283, 61,
200,
256,
300.
204, 104.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I'd
get
say
they
Super
get up
Mega's more
there.
popular than Impractical Jokers.
JD, I literally listed you videos that were all way over that.
You listed me one video that went viral, and then like another video that was like
Yeah,
78K, and then
JD, they
what
have
else?
several videos that have gone viral. I just listed to you their normal ones.
Well, what is the normal count for them?
I don't have like the rough estimate, but these are like all the Joe Leaves videos. This is what I'm talking about them for. This is why their
So
biggest
what?
videos are those ones.
They're big. What was it? They're big news, right?
Yes.
Their
That's why I'm
big
saying we
news
should
is
talk
hitting like
about them.
1K.
What? No, I'm saying they're. I'm having like a. No, they're big because they're popular, and a popular like a thing just happened with them that's very big because Joe was one of the most popular members
Yeah,
of the
and
cast.
that gets how
And
many
him.
views?
God damn it! I just clicked off that too.
God. Joe got a report. He makes light of divorce.
That's also there.
Yeah.
109, 78, 145, 750, 1.1 million, 262K, 2.1 million, 3.2 million, 31K, 119K, 61K. That's what I'm trying to tell you. 1.9 million, 54K, 40K, 4.8 million. And not all of these are their videos. Most of these are just their skit videos.
Oh yeah.
Them leaving stuff still gets popular though. That's why I'm trying to say like we should include that. A little clickbait.
Huh. Okay. Then if I type it, what's the title of this video going to be then? Joe leaves Impractical Jokers.
Maybe not that, but like include them in the thumbnail. Like put it as a tag.
Because I switched over to just having one image as a thumbnail.
I was
Because
gonna
I
say
think
like
the two images was a bit too.
Well,
too
what you do?
buttering.
What you do is you do two images, but you take Morbius from the movie Morbius and you just superimpose Joe Gatto's face on it.
I think I've already used Morbius as a thumbnail too.
And you'll do it again.
I'm not a big fan of repeating thumbnails.
When did you use Morbius?
I guess that is pretty popular.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
9.2% of the population has probably heard of it, judging from this comment. So even with very generous estimates, I would say that despite it being relatively popular, the vast majority of the population knows very little about it, referring to Impractical Jokers. Then you would also have the fact that it's hard to recognize TV personalities in person, as seen by some of the clips where people explain who the Jokers are to them before noticing. Yeah, I'd say they're
I'm trying to
very
find a
big.
I'm trying to
Literally
find a
every
statistic.
single person.
JD, like basically everybody I know like knows them. That's why I'm like they're
Do they
big.
have do they have a Reddit though? Right? Oh, I am on the Reddit.
Do they have a
Impractical
Reddit?
Jokers. Yeah, it has
That's pretty
86K members.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'd say they're big. I guess they're like moderately big. I wouldn't call them like super big. I would say that
I'd say
that if you go to the average person on the street, they wouldn't know who Impractical Jokers are.
I think you're wrong, but also my point is that they're bigger than the other channel that we just made like direct reference to and stuff.
The other channel we made a direct reference to?
Super Mega. That's what I'm trying to say is that they're bigger than Super Mega and stuff and have more views on the average than them. Not shitting on Super Mega at all, just saying that like this is a very popular subject and when that just happened.
Yeah, I would say that they're like slightly bigger than Super Mega.
Like what I'm trying to say is we don't have to actually put them on it if we don't want to, but like include it in the tags and stuff.
Okay.
We've already devoted way more time than I thought we would by just a casual reference to it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
well,
because
okay.
that was even my intention. I was just like, yeah, our waiter looked exactly like Joe from Impractical Jokers. Like, he literally looked exactly like him, but was not him.
Can you Photoshop Joe into the in intruder and you just tell
Yes.
him I'm
You know what?
leaving?
I'm gonna.
No, but I was thinking the main topic for this was going to be the thing that, the recent superhero that you've been a big fan of and been telling me about.
Orphan Maker.
Orphan Maker, X-Men Origins, Orphan Maker. That's what I thought was going to be the title of this podcast. Was it going to
I
be?
mean, it absolutely should still be.
Is
I
he?
don't want
He's
to
part of the
change
X-Men
that.
universe, right? I don't want to get that wrong.
Yes, he's an
Okay,
X-Men
right.
villain who I technically define as an anti-hero.
So he's an X-Men villain, is what they classified him
Yes.
as.
Yes.
Okay, and you want to give us the backstory of Orphan Maker?
So well, to explain Orphan Maker, you have to explain Nanny because Nanny is like literally directly involved in his life in every sort of way. The character
So
Nanny was a
before
mutant.
Orphan Maker was Nanny.
Yes.
Okay.
Nanny was a scientist who was working with a group called the Right, a very obvious reference to a very certain group of people.
Called the
Very
left.
a reference to very bigoted and hateful people towards anyone with any sort of differences than themselves.
That's right. That's
I wonder
right.
who they could be talking about.
You staring right at me is like me. They're talking about me, James.
Hey, fellas, it's him. This guy's hat.
Yeah. So he's part of that group.
Nanny was part of
Mhm.
that group until she learned what their true motive was, which was the destruction of all mutants. And she was a mutant herself, so she tried stopping them. But as punishment for her like trying to rebel against them, they locked her inside of this robotic suit, which is like that giant egg thing that I sent you the picture of.
Yep. So
And
Nanny's
so
actually a person.
Nanny is a person trapped inside a robot suit.
Okay, I see. And the robot
And
suit looks like Humpty Dumpty, and apparently is also 3 feet tall. So
yeah, well, I think the 3 feet tall thing came way later on. Earlier on, she wasn't normal sized,
okay.
but I think it became way funnier if they just made her 3 feet tall.
Yeah,
So they just did
it's
that.
just an iron Humpty Dumpty with like goggles,
They
and
also
also
it had no
lipstick.
lips. It had no lips. The
No
lips are a
lips.
very new thing that everyone is so uncertain on.
Okay, so lips are a new
It's
thing.
uh-huh. And or so from that, she was literally driven into insanity after being locked in the suit and stuff and escaped. So because of that, she vowed to save every mutant child she could and protect them.
Okay,
Now,
sounds like a wholesome person.
a very wholesome person. Now, Nanny is butt fucking sane.
That's okay.
So Nanny says that she's saving them because their parents are abusive and stuff.
Right.
Sorry, there's somebody yelling words outside my window, so it made me pause for a second.
Okay.
But Nanny is butt fucking sane. So she kills good people thinking they are bad.
Oh, so it's
A
one of those
lot of
insane
good
things where
people.
it's like I
To
think that
her,
you're
it
bad,
makes sense.
therefore you're bad.
Yes, to her it makes sense. To her, she was protecting these kids.
Right.
And Peter, the orphan maker, was the first kid she saved.
Saved
She
in
learned.
quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Saved as the same thing as when you told me this morning that you saved a life.
No, that one's true. Oh,
Are you?
there we
I'm
go.
getting real nanny vibes from you, James. I think your work has been affecting your
Hold on,
mental.
I got the title. I got the title. X-Men Origins Orphan Maker saves a life.
In quotations.
We'll get to that later because thank you for reminding me. I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah. So Nanny takes Peter. I don't know if Peter was orphaned or not,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, Peter
he did
Parker doesn't have any parents, so it's
a different Peter. What?
they need to stop using the same names for their
What do you mean, man? It's just
their characters.
Silver Peter,
You know, Peter Schmurroff, Peter Parker, Peter
Peter
Orphan Maker,
Maximoff?
Peter
Peter Maximoff.
Peter Maximoff.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Mhm.
Uh,
So she saves him.
but so she saves him. I'm not entirely sure what his part of that is, but she saves him and then learns what his mutant ability is and creates this suit of armor to contain and protect him.
From his own power or from other
because
people's
he
from his power?
has the most powerful power ever.
But it's what
It's
is it?
never been described. It's just
Awesome.
always been said that. Oh, wait, here it is. I just remembered. She saved Peter from a character called Mr. Sinister, which is a cloning guy who is evil as shit.
Like
Like the
cartoonishly evil.
devil. Worse. The
Worse
devil.
than extra cringy cartoonishly evil. I'm sorry, would you like your cringe burger with an extra side of crisp fries?
Oh, the cringe.
So
Scores
good.
up.
Plus
But,
his name is Sinister.
yeah, his name is literally Sinister. It's like his real name is like Mark
His real
Essex or
name is
something.
Peter Sinister, but everyone
No,
calls him Sinister.
his real name, like I have the book here and I could look through to get his name, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's fine.
I I,
So
I just don't
you
want to
say
go
he's a
searching for it.
Sinister, then what else?
So and Sinister was experimenting on babies, and Mr. Sinister threw out Orphan Maker because he's like he has literally a power so destructive. I don't want to fuck with it.
So he's like, oh, I don't know about
Yeah,
this one.
that's literally
That's
supposed to
a
be a thing
ticking
where it's
time
like
bomb that I don't want
that's
inside
even
my factory.
so that's literally a thing where everyone's like, yeah, even Mr. Sinister didn't want to fuck with this. So his power has only been described as cataclysmic, like
Okay.
incredibly to the point of like absolute destruction. It's
So
never been
it's
said
just it's just
what
that
makes
thing
it
where
class.
everyone says he's OP, but we don't really know why he's OP.
Yes,
Okay.
and he had the suit of armor built, and so what Orphan Maker and Annie do is now that Orphan Maker was kind of brainwashed after being saved by her and stuff, he's devoted his life to helping every other mutant child like himself.
Just like
So
Nanny.
so even if the parents are or aren't abusive, they just see them as Mr. Sinister and are just like, let's save that kid, and they kill the parents in their sleep
In their sleep.
like a hero.
I want to be a real hero.
I want to be a real
You hear
boy.
like you hear like the parent's neck just snapping in the background. It's just,
I want to be a real hero.
I want to be a real boy.
Okay. God help you if you hear that noise after snapping a neck.
You snap his neck, but he's still alive. So he's just a dude with a broken neck. He's like, oh, sorry, I have to re-snap your neck. Just
Oh yeah, Peter is a child. Peter is literally
Right.
a child in like a giant suit of armor, and that is
Right.
always so funny to remember when
And
seeing
also
any
his suit of armor
interaction.
looks like Iron Man. So
It does, but originally it didn't. This is one of the newer-ish designs.
so the newer design of Orphan Maker makes him look like Iron Man.
It's a lot better design though, to be honest.
Cool. I mean, Iron
His
Man's a good
past
design.
designs. Yeah, his past designs weren't really the best and everything, but yeah, his current design is a lot better. But
What does he fight the X-Men or something at some point?
yeah, he fights them with guns.
Right, he uses guns.
He straight up just uses guns.
Like, does he have a
And
favorite type
Nanny-
of gun, or is it just any type of gun he can get his hands
The
on?
MP5.
He uses an MP5.
There is an issue where
It's
he's
just
just sitting.
Rainbow Six Siege peeking around corners with the MP5. Yeah.
Exactly.
What
Nail
does
on the head,
Wolverine
man.
fight him or something? Or is it like lesser X-Men names that fight him?
I don't think Wolverine was part of the team at that time, but because like Wolverine hasn't always been a part of the team and stuff. Here's the other
Right.
armors. I'm sending you them now. Uh, also that's what Nanny used to look like.
Ah, I see.
Even more egg-like.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks like a generic robot type
think
dude.
Yeah, exactly. So
Danny at
that's
least
why
looks
they knew
kind of different from normal.
there's a there's a chibi-fied version, but I don't think it's intentional.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, so he uses guns and stuff because he doesn't have any actual powers that he can use properly.
Right. Besides ending the whole universe time
Exactly.
continuum as we know it.
Yes. Um. Also, apparently, there's a gun in Borderlands 3 called the Orphan Maker.
I think there is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture of it right now. Uh, but yeah, he uses guns and stuff. He has super strength because of the suit, and like invulnerability and stuff, kind of.
Ah, so he's just as strong as his suit is and as durable as his suit is.
And Nanny, with her low telepathy, they kidnap kids and like convince them to join them by using her low telepathy, like lure them in, as well as her tool of choice, pixie dust, aka not an allegory for the actual drug pixie dust at all.
Oh
Definitely
no.
not.
Oh
this
no.
was this was definitely
You
not
didn't
during
mention that to
Reagan.
me, James, before
This
when
was
you were
definitely not.
describing that.
This was definitely not during the Reagan era.
During the Cold War.
This was not during the war on drugs, which was just an excuse for systemic racism.
Oh
Anyway,
my god. Pixie
oh
dust, huh?
no.
They didn't even try to
Yes.
call it anything different, huh?
Mm-mm. It's straight pixie dust. Hold on, I gotta find an image
What,
of
she
it. Hold
throws
on.
it on them and they're just like
She throws it at them.
and they're just like, wow, yeah, sure, I'll join you. Wee. Wow,
Oh,
I'm seeing different colors after sniffing this, boy.
that's actually what it is. Um,
It's actually hilarious. God.
I can't find it.
Dude, you think Impractical Jokers has done a skit where they throw pixie dust, like actual pixie dust on people like walking by? And
Oh,
then like
you mean like in the Meat Canyon?
yeah, and then
protest?
like, oh my god. Andre from the Andre show is joining Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, he's taking over for Joe's place.
Yep. He's the fourth guy.
Yeah, he's the fourth guy now.
Finally. Diversity.
Dude.
Du-du-du-du.
I like
Eric
how it sounds
Andre,
like an
my icon.
chord.
Why
like how it
is
sounds like an
related
unfinished
searches
chord.
to Impractical Jokers Jaden Smith? Did they do something that Jaden Smith?
I don't think so.
Wait. Sal got a Jaden Smith tattoo.
Oh, that's right. They one of the punishments, because at the end of the episode, whoever like lost the most gets a punishment.
Yeah.
Sal's punishment was to get a Jane Smith tattoo, and when he showed it to Will Smith was not happy. I wonder why.
Wow.
Wow, finally, Jaden Smith.
Finally. Center text. Oh no. And you know,
But
this tattoo's art is actually really good, but oof.
I can't find it at the moment. But like it's literally just drawn on the paper like it's a bunch of sparkles that she throws out. It's so fucking funny. It's so like genuinely funny where she's just like with my pixie dust.
Damn.
Like, it's like literally the pocket sand meme.
Yeah.
But
Were they
it's
were they
pixie
ever in
dust.
like big like name titles, or were they just like small comic book villains?
They have very big moments because they do very big things, but they're not in a lot. It's like a lot of time gap, like 10-year long time gaps between when they like reappear and stuff. But they have like when they're there,
But
it's
is it
very
like
big
10
moments
years in universe, or is it just 10 years in real life and it's like
in real life of
okay.
publication. It's 10 years apart. That's why they have such drastically different designs every time
Oh, I see.
because the
Is it like
genre
different
is
people who are taking the
oh,
IP of
absolutely.
Orphan Makers and
Absolutely.
changing it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair though, I really like enjoy the different looks they have. It
Yeah.
also makes sense for the character of Peter because
So why
he's
would you
going
say
from
they're
being
anti-heroes?
because they are their idea and motivation is purely good, just the execution is not. Because to them, they believe that they're doing an absolutely good thing by protecting all mutant children, but their execution of it means that they're also killing innocent people who have not done anything wrong, but to them, in their demented minds, because of how much they're broken by Nanny being locked in that suit and Peter being tormented by Mr. Sinister, they believe that they are helping these children to stay away from the people that did what happened to them.
Hmm.
So it's
So their intentions are good, and it's just they're bad at
yes,
executing it.
yeah.
So then
I mean,
you would
they
say that Thanos is
no,
no?
no, I
Why
wouldn't
not?
because Thanos is just dumb. Like Thanos
Well, I
isn't.
mean, he thinks
Uh,
he's doing good, right?
no, but here's the difference. Thanos is not in the same situation as them. Thanos was not mentally tormented by a certain
By
group of people
anything, including the death
who
of his
are
entire
very
race or anything like that,
that
or
he basically caused.
no, wasn't it? Wasn't it the thing was that their race was dying, and
Oh,
he suggested.
we're talking about the movie version. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the comic book version
Technically,
is different, right? Because isn't the comic book version
yeah,
of Thanos a simp? And sorry, James, we don't talk about simps on this
yeah.
podcast.
He's a simp, and he's very evil in the comics, like
Right.
very.
Oh, yeah.
He's literally called the Mad Titan because he's just an insane fucking person.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
they're all insane. Like Nanny,
yeah,
Orphan Maker, Thanos.
but they're tormented. They were literally brainwashed into sort of like
They were
ideal.
tormented, and they're also insane. And they're
Yes,
insane because they were tormented.
yes. Thanos is just horrible. He is born from like a race of people who are very elitist. Like literally look
That
at
is true.
the Eternals in the comics are very elitist and stuff, like horribly so.
Yeah,
Like
well, I mean, if you were born with just superpowers and
Thanos,
also the ability to be a kid forever, then maybe.
I think Thanos' biological brother, now played by Harry Styles in the movies,
Right.
did sexually assault a woman in the comics and
Oh,
or rape her.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So fun times at the El Royale. I mean,
he's an anti-hero if he thought what he was doing
no,
was good.
no, no.
If he's like, I'm gonna save this woman by.
He's. I think he has been portrayed as a hero lately, but I think everyone is still in agreement where it's like Green Lantern technically dated a 16-year-old.
Harry Styles, seen as a.
No.
when you said people he's been trying to be, he's like been portrayed as a hero, but people are not agree with that. I'm just like, in my mind, I was thinking Harry Styles.
But no, I think Nanny and Orphan Maker are very good intentioned and are just bad execution because of the torment. But recently, I
Yeah.
think they have done better as part of the Hellions because they've kind of been a bit more cleared of mind. They're still insane, but
Yeah.
like they're at least notably more good this time around.
Oh, well, in my
That
mind,
is
there's
until
just a black and white, James. It's either you're
at,
good or you're bad. And then
well,
Orphan Maker, he's bad.
well,
And
hold on,
Nanny, she's
hold on. I need to
bad.
address that. That is until Nanny is killed by the right, the organization. They kill her,
Uh-huh.
and Orphan Maker, he goes on a fucking rampage and kills every doctor at the right.
Oh my god, he turns into Doctor Killer instead of Orphan
Mhm.
Maker.
No, hold on. You'll get there. Let's
Okay.
keep going with it.
Okay.
Keep trying.
He's Doctor Killer now, and he's also the new leader of the right, which is now called the not
The
right.
Oh, Jade, I got it. It's now called alternative right.
The alternative
as,
right.
as we like to call it, the alt right.
Shortened to alt right for sake of remembering names easier. And instead of throwing pixie dust on all his kids now they throw something called marijuana. May or may not symbolize for actual marijuana. And then they also, like in the newest issue, they replaced marijuana with vape. So now instead of throwing pixie dust onto kids, they just blow vape in quotations into their face, and that's how they do it.
Just sticks a vape up to his mask.
Yeah, it's just like what he lives in is just a big like gamer cave. So he's just like sitting in it. He's in his cave with a bunch of kids, and all the kids are just playing Fortnite on all their TVs and eating like Doritos and Sprite.
I thought you were saying his armor was like a gamer cave on the
No, I
inside.
meant him and his like secret base is a gamer cave, just
So
a
I was
man
like
cave.
I was just imagining that like on the inside he's like sitting on a gamer chair operating the suit with like a little suction to like a fucking G Fuel and a little vape thing.
They're wearing like those hats that have like the drinks on them, with the straws, so they can
That's
drink it.
built into the suit.
Yeah,
Gamer subs.
gamer subs for life.
I need to refill my Charlie gamer subs.
Get my new flavor.
my new flavor.
Divine peach is Charlie
Guacamole laser
flavor.
fart. Get the Sonic flavor. Dude, I'm starting to see the G Fuel ads for Sonic 2 pop up at my local gas
I'm
stations.
starting. I can imagine the G Fuel ads for the Orphan Maker movie that's eventually going to come out.
Dude, if I could write an X-Men movie, holy shit, would I include Nanny and Orphan Maker? Because
I
I
would
feel like
include Fortnite play for. What was that
Fortnite
one guy?
player,
What was that one guy that was terrorizing us in the comments way before? What was his name?
Fortniter.
Fortniter. That's right. That would
Yeah,
be my X-Men villain.
yeah,
Fortniter.
he'd be the guy from Avengers Endgame where
His
Thor's
mutant
like
power would be that
Fortniter.
he could build anything out of like whatever materials around him. So
It's
like
the classic X-Men theme of him going.
no, it's him holding one of like it's him holding like an M16, like the gun they use in Fortnite, and then like an M16 in one hand and a pickaxe in the other, like a
You
comically
mean like
oversized pickaxe.
this America?
America, America, land something. We're all free.
Are we?
We think we are, but actually, it's part of the government conspiracy
We've
that
got you hooked
we've
now,
lost
gamers.
all free will. And just
We
like
got
in
you
Invincible,
now.
they're pumping chemicals into the water that makes us not be able to view a specific
Makes the
wavelength.
freaking frogs gay.
So they can make things invisible to the naked eye if we've ingested
But
this water.
but yes, so Orphan Maker
Ship
and
everything to
Nanny,
China.
Orphan Maker and Nanny are actually pretty morally good people, just bad execution.
Okay.
Now, on to me being an absolute fucking god of a human being.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I mean about the whole God thing.
Yeah, so at work, when I rolled up to work and everything, classic move as I'm carrying a case of
Classic
water and
James, yeah.
everything. Classic, walking up the hill, I'm walking up and I see a certain somebody approach me.
Yeah.
Blake.
And you say, "Hey, thanks for letting me in. I need to get something from the fridge."
No,
And
that
Blake
happened
says,
later. That happened
"No
later.
problem, Jim. Just be a nice guy, you know."
No, actually, that's not a depiction of Blake. That's a depiction of the partner to my boss. That is,
Is that literally what he said?
that's, yes, and that's also what he looks like. He
Jim,
shows up every day. He shows up to work wearing that exact outfit.
Jim, everybody looks like that. Okay, Jim?
Here's the difference. He has like blonde gray hair, so it's kind of blends in with his skin, and he has a mustache. But you
Oh, so
can't
it makes
really
him look
tell.
like he has even less hair than he does. No.
Yes, because once you get like you can't tell from a distance, but once you get up close, you're like, oh shit, you have a mustache
Oh,
because it's skin colored.
yeah, because it's a skin-colored mustache.
Yeah. So just the picture of Al from Toy Story 2. But
That's
that
Al from Toy Story 2? I've
yes,
never watched Toy Story, so I don't
add it to the list.
no, I don't want to watch any kids movies, James.
Don't worry, we're just watching Transformers.
I would consider that one a kids movie.
I consider that an
Are you
adult
ladies man for it?
But so I walk up and Blake walks up to me and he like gets very close and has like a very serious face and he's talking very like quietly. He's like, Jim, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? And I'm like, okay, man. He's like, so in the back, there's a pile of kittens. And I'm like, what? And he's like, there's a pile of kittens under a tarp in the back. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a pile of dead kittens in the back. And he's like, I didn't say they were dead. I'm like, then why'd you imply it?
What?
Why'd you say it
What
like
do you
that?
mean, James? What?
When you say a pile of kittens and you like get all like, Jim, I'm about to tell you something. There's a pile of kittens. Why would you say it like that? That gives off the
But why?
feeling.
Why
and
wouldn't he
implication-
say just? Why wouldn't he just say dead kittens?
I don't know. That's why I was like, why would you
Well,
say
because
it like that?
they're all alive, James.
Yes,
clearly.
but when you say it like the, I need to tell you something.
I need to tell you
Okay,
something.
you ready for this?
Pile of
And
kittens
then
in
you
the
tell me
back.
that. Yeah, why would you say a pile of kittens as well?
Because he's stupid. He doesn't know what else to use other than pile.
A pile makes it sound like it's a pile of dead bodies. It's not a pile of live bodies. No one ever says that. That's not a thing.
A pile of bodies? I mean, I
Of bodies
guess
that
you
are
could have it.
alive.
Yeah, I guess you could comprehend
Also,
that.
to make it clear, there were only two. So I don't know why he
I don't
said a
know, James.
pile.
I think it's just because you're insane and actually crazy that you thought that they were dead kittens when the word dead has not been used for them. I think that's just something wrong with you, James. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I'm just an insane
I
person.
think you need therapy, Jay.
What are we talking about?
The pile of
Uh,
kittens.
yeah. So there's a pile of kittens, but there's only actually two kittens. So I don't know why he said a pile.
I think he meant a
I
couple, but he doesn't know what the couple. He doesn't like know
I
what
don't
couple means, like
I
in the
don't
English
think
language.
he knows words.
Like I know that he
I
dropped
think
out
he
of
know.
he dropped out of like what first grade, halfway through first grade, right? So
Oh, please.
that's like where
Pre-K.
that's like around where they would teach the word couple means two, right? Before
But
that, you would
what
just say
happens?
pile. Yeah, what happens, James?
What happens is I go back there and I look and I'm like being led around by a guy named Mike we work with, who
My cock.
he's like, no. He he looks like blonde, I mean bald John
Okay,
Travolta, but skinnier.
right.
Uh, so just picture that.
He's an alternate of John Travolta.
He's another alternate at my workplace. Um, so he's showing me to the back and everything. We're climbing over the pallets that have tarp over them and stuff, so we can get to it.
Yeah,
And then he shows me, and it's just these two small kids like laying in a pile of like just rubbish and like trash and stuff. And like I'm like, oh
rubbish.
my rubbish. I was gonna say rubble, but then I stopped and I'm like
Wait,
rubbish.
so this is just in your workplace?
It's just in my workplace because we have stray cats at our workplace
Oh, right.
that live in our dirt yard where we like put like we have like all of our material and stuff in because
Yeah.
we have 3 yards. We have the one that's connected to the warehouse I work in, which is just not technically a yard, but we still call it the yard.
Okay.
There's the one where all the trucks go and some material, and then there's a giant dirt lot that we put a bunch of stuff in.
Uh.
And in there is where all the cats live. We don't know where. We don't want to go searching for them because we don't want to spook them.
Okay.
But they came over to where the main yard connected to the warehouse is, and a mother cat was having kittens. And then apparently it had been spooked a couple of times, and
Yeah.
it ran out of there. And they said when it was running out, they could still see that it was pregnant. Like its belly was hanging low, and there was stuff in it and stuff. So it was very clear that this was not all of the kittens.
Right.
So I then waited till Franklin showed up to ask him what he wanted to do about it because I didn't know what the fuck to do and I didn't want to fuck things up.
And he's like, let's get your brother that decapitated a goat as opinion, and let's see what he thinks. And he's
Well,
like,
the thing is,
well, they're kind of varmint, so
so here's the thing. When he came back and looked, I was with him.
uh,
They, at that point, the two kittens had gotten a little string of uh, plastic wrapped around both their necks and were choking.
oh, they're just it's just a collar. They're
They,
finally domesticated. Congratulations, James.
they turtled themselves.
They turtled themselves.
They turtled themselves. Um, and then so he had to unwrap it, and at that point, he has now touched them. The problem is, we don't know if now that he's touched them to like save their lives, that means that the mother will take them back or not.
What is oh, so what, they smell different now or something?
They now smell different and everything because they no longer smell like the mother and everything. So now they smell like Franklin's hands, which I want to be honest with you, JD. Every time I used to have to
You
pick him up to take him to
uh-huh.
work,
Yeah.
there would be a very distinct condiment smell, and it would be a very specific condiment every time.
Huh.
Most of the time, he
So what
smelled
you're
like.
saying is your brother Franklin's hands are pungent.
What I'm saying is, more often than not, that man has smelled like straight ketchup every time he gets in my car.
That's the specific condiment.
It's the specific one. And then recently, it became ranch. So now I'm very worried what this man does.
He probably just eats salads a lot.
I don't think. Why ketchup then? What is he putting it on?
Well, before he used to eat fries, but now he's changed. Maybe he
You
wants
could
to.
you could eat fries with ranch.
Well, that's not like
No.
the default though. You know, like most people, if you say, "Well, what condiment goes best with fries?" they wouldn't say ranch. They'd
Ranch.
say ketchup.
No, ranch.
Do you,
Ketchup's gross.
do you eat fries with ranch, James?
I mean, it's not like my default.
What is your default, James?
Uh,
Obviously ketchup. What are you, dumb?
But so get back to it. Now that he's touched them, they no longer smell right and everything. So we bring them inside and stuff.
Right.
Well, first we leave them out there because we're like, okay, the mother has come back a few times. We don't want to mess with them. So we're just
First,
gonna
we
leave
leave them
there.
out there, and then we bring them back inside dead.
Well, hold on. We leave them out there.
Okay.
Sorry.
You all right? It's
Yeah, I'm good.
Is tough to this story tough to reminiscence? Is it tough on your mental or
No, I'm just thinking about the Johnny Depp trial.
I don't know if we have time to bring that up today, but
I'm just sprinkling it in so you can put it in the tag.
No, there are no tags, James. I didn't tag anything. That last video that popped off, I literally didn't tag anything.
Chute, you literally need to tag stuff. It's what helps to search terms.
It's honestly, I've tagged like the past like 50 and they all didn't do very well, so
That's because none of them were talking about Jackson Tucker.
I just
put it
stopped.
in the tag. Put it in the tag. But so yeah, we like leave them out there and everything. We're talking about like what to do while we're still working and stuff. And then it starts to like first we get a box. Then we take one of Franklin's shirts that he has and we like wrap the box and everything to keep them warm. And we're like, we'll wait. We'll wait to see it out. You know, we'll give it a little bit. But then it started to rain here.
Oh right, it rained like it was raining.
It was raining bad.
Just so the audience knows, it's very rare that it rains here.
Yeah,
very
we're like
rare.
California.
Yeah.
We don't get rain often, and when we do, it's a fucking catastrophe.
And
it's like
it's a
Orphan
national.
just
It's
went
like it's a level 5 threat in the Pentagon.
Yeah, you know they're like, oh shit, Orphan Maker is about to unleash his power.
It's like if Orphan Maker was like, I think today. No,
I think I'm about to steal.
he wakes up in the morning in the bed and he's just like, you know what? I feel like I want to kill everything.
I think I'm a bad man today.
It's like that picture you sent me of him in all the fire.
Yes. But yeah, so it starts raining and then like I see Franklin disappear and then like a couple like maybe a minute later I just see him walking towards me with his arms full of the cats and he's like, I had to do it, Jim. I had to do it.
That scene is like all dark and then you just hear like the Batman theme like dun dun
dun,
dun.
Something in the way. Ooh. But yeah, he comes walking up and he's like covered in rain and stuff and he's like, I had to get him, Jim. And he's holding both of them in his arms. We put them in the box and stuff. We're looking up what to do to take care of them.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember exactly. I can't remember like the specific series of events from here. I remember what happens afterwards, but
what was this? Is this within the last week?
This was yesterday.
Oh.
All this happened yesterday all throughout my workday. We did not do really anything at work because we were focused on saving these kids' lives.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's what they pay you for, so it's
no,
whatever, man. It's just
no, but like I would be fucking devastated if I did nothing. So
I'm sure. I think you'll be just fine knowing that a couple kids died because you didn't do anything. It's like JD, it's like Tom Holland said in Civil War.
I know
if you can do stuff and then you don't, then it's like it's on you. You remember that line really hits different for me. I really live life day to day with that statement. You right there, James? I completely butchered that line. That's like nothing like what he said.
No, I don't think you did.
No, it's really similar to what I said, but I don't think I nailed it.
I think you said it verbatim.
Because when I first heard it, I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
you were like, "Did I stroke out?"
If you have the power that you have, and then you don't do it, it's on you.
You ever have a dream where you if you had a dream
have you ever had a dream where you
So we take water bottles because I had bought a case of water that
And then
morning.
you waterboard the cats.
No, so to keep them warm, we dump out some of the water and then we microwave it so they have a warm source to lay on and keep warm from. And then when we go get lunch, by the way, I think I literally destroyed my fucking
Oh,
insides with what
did you
we
get a
ate.
warm lunch, James?
I got Marco's Pizza.
Okay.
I've never had it. I always see the commercials for it.
I've never had
I
it
think
either.
I think it literally destroyed me. I think I am not the same
Give it to the
man.
cats instead.
I would never.
Maybe it was actually cat
I,
food, and
I
that's why it destroyed you.
I would never force them to eat such thing. I I cannot tell you enough.
Was it a
They have
bad pizza?
It was this thing called pizza bowls, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. What is it?"
Huh, that
'Cause I was like,
sounds really
I
gross.
well, what my idea was like when I heard of it and when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's like Robert Pattinson putting the frozen pizza in a mug, then microwaving it. That way, you can just eat it out of the mug."
That's also pretty gross.
It sounds gross, but it's also like it's very hands off. I'm not going to get my hands messy doing it, which I don't want to and everything.
That's
So I'm
true.
like, that's cool. That's the only reason I'm interested in this. I buy it. We both get one. Um, when I opened up the box,
Uh huh.
I my first thought was, what happened to half the pizza?
Huh.
Because half the pizza is on one side, and then all the toppings on the other half are still there, but it's a puddle of grease.
Huh.
It's just a puddle of grease in the place, and I'm like, did my pizza fucking dissolve?
Your pizza evaporated. Like it couldn't handle the amount of grease that was in it, so half of it just like it's just there in the air.
That's literally what happened.
You had
Like, the
half a
topping-
pizza?
The toppings were still there.
Wait, so it's like if you had a full pizza, half of it was gone, but the half that was gone, the toppings were still there. So it's just the toppings
Yes.
on a pile of grease.
Yeah, so I was like looking
Oh,
at it. I'm
that's
like,
gross, dude.
it's so gross. But here's the
Because I
thing.
already think
Hey.
pizza is kind of gross. So, man,
Here's the thing. I haven't eaten all day. I didn't have
no,
breakfast.
don't
that
tell me
morning.
you actually ate that.
I didn't have breakfast that morning, and I was like, I'll try like the non-grease puddle half.
Were you gonna eat the stuff that was in the grease puddle?
No, God, no.
Okay.
Fuck no, dude. That's just pure destruction.
I thought because
Um,
when you said I was hungry and I haven't eaten all day and I saw the toppings left in the grease, and I was like, boy, extra flavor. If only had a little bit of ranch with this.
Please, JD, I'm a ketchup man.
God damn it. So
no,
yeah, you
so
ate this pizza.
I ate the pizza.
Oh, you ate this half a pizza. So it's a pizza bowl, but it's just a pizza?
And it's not even a bowl, it's a fucking Tupperware container. But I'm eating it and I'm like, where's the dough? There's no dough.
What? There's no dough.
And then like I tell Franklin, I'm like, man, I'm just not getting the dough.
Was it like
It's like-
extra thin crust or something? What's
Franklin like looks at me as if I'm the stupidest fucking person alive, and he's like, "Yeah, Jim, no shit. There's no dough on this." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Why would you think there was dough on this?" I'm like, "I don't know. It looked like there was."
Wait, so it's just
It's
cheese?
it's cheese, tomato sauce, and toppings in a fucking bowl.
Oh, God, dude. Oh, that sounds disgusting.
So I ate it.
Oh, I would do that thing that Cody and Noah Miller does, where they're just standing like, ew,
My
gross.
fucking body shut down.
What
think my
the
body
fuck?
was I ate it, and I was just like,
That sounds
Oh
like a
my-
really American thing, though.
I was not
Cheese,
satisfied.
tomato sauce, and toppings in a bowl.
Like I didn't feel good. Like I mean,
I wouldn't feel good after
usually
eating
when
that
you
either.
eat usually when you eat fast food, you don't feel good. But like
No.
I genuinely felt like something was wrong with me. I genuinely feel like
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
I feel like my insides were slowly dissolving.
Mr. Stark, I think I'm gonna fucking die. That's what you were like after you
Still,
ate that
like,
pizza bowl.
God, I still think my dad saying those words is still the funniest fucking thing.
I think I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah. I love when my dad can remember things from movies, but then he just misquotes them. Mr. Stark, I'm gonna fuck you
He
down.
remembers what happens, but not exactly what happened.
Oh my god.
I would
How
love if
fucking
your father
oh
was
my
trying to
god.
remember that scene from Civil War with Peter Parker, and he's just like, "Yeah, what did he say in that one movie?" He's like, "Oh, if you have power and you don't
You're the
fucking do
very good
anything,
things
then
that
maybe
you
then maybe you fucked up." And just, that's like what he quotes it like. Yeah. If you got the power to do it and then you fucking don't, like maybe you fucked up. Yes. That's a really that's my favorite Spider-Man quote.
I can really picture my dad saying it. Okay, so yeah, I eat it and like I have to use the bathroom and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I didn't feel bad after using the bathroom, especially after eating this. That's weird.
Oh, so it's just a normal bathroom go?
I know better now.
It comes
I
and goes.
oh my god, did it go though?
And it went.
I I went into the bathroom and I think I was in there for a half hour straight because I was just like
It's like
I
that
was
gif
just literally
it's like that gif I sent you of the animated dude going to the toilet. Which for some reason when I typed in poop, that's like the second thing that popped up. I was like, what the hell? This looks disgusting. I'm gonna send it to James. When you
yeah,
ate that,
that's
when you were eating that pizza bowl, I imagine you look over at Franklin. He's like,
oh
that be
yeah,
bussin', full
he
respect,
ate
and
it up.
like
But here's
stroke
the thing.
happens.
Absolutely, but here's the thing. We both had the same reactions afterwards, so I don't know what happened. But
Oh,
yeah, we both were destroyed by it. I think it melted our insides. I think the inner lining of my intestines are just gone.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, James. I mean, the inner lining of
So,
Markiplier's intestines are also gone, and that's why he's in the hospital. So, did you hear about that?
so, oh, he's in the hospital again?
Yeah, he's in the hospital again, and also
Hell
again
yeah,
because of
brother.
his intestines.
Hell yeah, brother.
Pounded right there,
We're
brother, for the pizza bowl. Boop.
we're in this fight together. Who are you?
I'm fighting for my fucking life out here, dude, with the pizza bowl. Who are you? How did you get in here?
Excuse me, sir. I have to use your hospital room bathroom.
Excuse me. Do you know where do you have like a bathroom in here or something, real quick?
Yeah, no, hold on. Imagine if I just exited the bathroom and he's
What?
like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like,
And
"Hey,
he's like
man,
still
we're at the
loopy
toilet paper."
from all the painkillers. So he's like, "Well, who are you?"
Chica.
I'm sorry. I hate to bother you, Mister Fishbach. I just need I just need to use your bathroom. I'm
Oh my
literally
god.
about to evacuate in my pants right now.
So I saved two kittens' lives.
Cool.
We
Like, what
went
happened to them?
to
Do you just leave them in a shop and they
so
just have them in the
here's what
shop now?
happened. We needed to get them food because baby kittens, if they don't eat like every couple of hours, they will just straight up fucking die.
Right, because they're
Because like
growing, because
they
they
need
grow super
immediate,
fast or something, right?
yeah, and they need like immediate nutrients and stuff.
Yeah. So you hunkered down, you took off your shirt, and you're like, all right, time to feed these babies.
We told our we told our boss that, and he's like, oh, and he started like rubbing as though he's like feeling like a phantom pain. He's like, oh
Oh,
no,
I hate
oh
doing that. And
no.
he's like, what do you mean?
I said that to Franklin. He was like, I might have to get like one of those fake nipple things to feed him. I'm like,
Fake nipple? You mean just the bottle?
no,
The
because that's the
bottle with
thing
the
that
nips?
apparently sometimes with babies they won't like use the bottle because it's too obvious, so they have to do like a fake thing. And then I'm like,
Oh
man,
my
do you
god,
think
like the
any
fake breast bottle? Like it's just like a sack. It's like a sack that looks like a boob and with a nipple attached to it. Just like, all right, there you go.
yeah, and I just like said to him, I'm like, yeah, do you think any kids like traumatized now that they like remember that maybe?
Well,
And he just
I
like
mean, that's what I use as my water bottle, and people stare at me when I go to the gym. But they kind of stare at me funny when I take a drink of water from my fake
yeah,
breast nip
yeah,
bottle type thing.
Blake's on the other side of the room looking at you through the reflection,
You know, and
pulling his paper.
I'll stare back at them and be like, "What are you looking at? I'm not drinking any BCAAs. I'm drinking just water.
You
It's
want
just
some?
water.
You want
You
some?
want some? You can waterfall it and just like squeeze on the side. Just
So we go to
Jesus
PetSmart, which is right
Christ.
by work. We go to PetSmart, which is right by work, and we find the milk, but we're like,
The
where are
milk,
all the
yeah.
bottles? Where are all the bottles? So we're like asking an employee, like, hey, do you guys have any like feeding bottles for kittens and
Do you have
stuff?
any like
And
women?
we're like, do you have any feeding bottles for kittens and stuff? And she goes, darnest thing, yesterday, some guy came in
Darndest
here.
thing.
darnest thing. Some guy came in here yesterday and bought every single bottle we have. I'm like,
What?
what?
What kind of
Why?
anime plot point is that, dude? You know, darndest thing, some dude came in here, bought everything that you needed up, like all of it. It's gone.
Why? What is he using it for? How many did you have?
He's using it to fund his orphanage of kittens.
Yeah, and we're like, oh damn, and she's like, y'all raising some kittens, and we're like, no, we found them in the back of our workplace. They're about to fucking die. And
No,
she's like,
oh my
oh,
god, is that what you told her? He's like, yeah, we found it in the back of the workplace, and they haven't eaten in a couple hours. I think they're gonna die.
that's what Franklin told her, and she was like, oh, oh, fuck.
It's just the Monsters Inc. like blue just.
That was literally it. So then we like get out of there, we pay, we go pick up our Marco's fucking pizza. Because we were out on lunch buying all this, and Franklin
Christ.
stops at a CVS, and then he comes out with like a fucking like an eyedropper, syringe, and a baby bottle feeder and a fucking cat bed. He throws it all in the back seat. He's like, "We gotta go, 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 go."
Go, go, go! We can't let them know
So-
that I stole this. He's like, he just jacked it from them.
So we get back to work, and he's like filling up. He's like looking at all the instructions. He's like, "How does this work?"
Ugh.
Me big brain, not know.
Big brain, not know how to open.
Idiot, alone, dumb, idiots
Idiot
together.
poo poo head.
Idiots together, smart.
Yeah, they do say two brains together are smarter than one.
I don't think so.
So you managed to get it back to them then?
Yeah, we got it to them. We had to cut up the baby bottle feeder.
Yeah.
And Franklin like fucking demolished the tip of it.
What?
He like completely like he kept like cutting it. He's like, it's not working. It's not working. He just fucking started cutting it more, like at angles and stuff.
That sounds hilarious.
And it was just barely there at the end and everything. And so like he's like, do you want to feed it? I'm like, I'm afraid I'm gonna fucking kill them. No.
Just like, snap their neck while you're trying to feed it. Just like, oh shit,
No,
how do you do
it's
this?
Not that. It's not that. It's because how much of the tip he cut off, it comes out so fast now. And
Oh.
so like he hands me the bottle.
Oh,
He's
so
like,
it's just drowning them.
and he hands me the bottle. And he like gives me an example. He's holding it to the side and he like squeezes it. And he just like gives it a gentle squeeze and a ton shoots out. And he's like, you do that, they're fucking dead instantly.
You see that? That'll kill them.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Careful, Jim. It's just like that SpongeBob. He's like, careful, Patrick, careful. Just you feeding.
And so I like, firstly, like they're fucking like squirming and like screaming. They're like,
Really?
they're like screaming every 5
Right, because they're
seconds.
dying.
Yeah, because they also can't open their eyes yet. They
Oh,
like
they're that
haven't,
young,
like,
huh?
they're literally swimming through the air. Like they were literally just born, JD. They when,
Oh, they were
when the
like
guys found them,
newborns?
yeah, when the guys found them, they were still covered in placenta.
Uh,
Yeah, they're literal newborns. They have pictures of them while they were still wet and everything.
oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Thanks for telling me that. That's
Hey, you're welcome, man.
something that I needed in my mental image in my mind. So yeah, that's huh. So you managed to feed them?
Yeah. Just real quick, this GIF I'm sending you.
Yeah.
That's what they were.
Oh, okay. And that wouldn't be a popular character actor Eric Badur, would it be?
Eric Madur. Wet.
What?
I gotta love Eric's all red drip with the bellboy cap.
Yeah, he's real dripping, dude.
Real dripping.
He's dripping wet.
That burger's dripping wet. But yeah, so we feed him, and then like Joe comes by, and he's like, "We should put the cats back out there so they can come get them." Here's the thing: we have manhandled the shit out of these cats. They aren't going anywhere. They will come up to them and possibly kill them.
I mean, James, sometimes you just have to let nature do nature things, you know?
Well, we
And
do that.
Nature
We
is
do
beautiful.
that. There's a bit of a fight between Franklin and Joe that I get stuck in the middle of because they're
Yeah.
both like using me to communicate for some reason.
That's really
My
mature. Wow,
my favorite thing.
that's probably the
Yeah,
most
you know,
mature thing I've ever heard.
it's my favorite thing when my brothers
They
use
sound
me
like
to do it.
they sound like hardworking, good adults that don't act like children.
You think
I'm sure that they are. It's just that one particular thing, you know.
you'd,
I think
you'd
I
think
think
that you'd think that when I'm trying to use the bathroom, I wouldn't be getting phone calls back and forth between Joe and then having to tell it to Franklin, then have Franklin telling me stuff I have to go relay to Joe, then having Joe call me a dumb fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't shoot the
I
messenger, you
love
know.
it. I love it.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. So then that doesn't get resolved, and then our boss comes out and he's like, "Kitty killers." We're like, "What?" He's like, "You killed them," and we're like, "What? No, we
It
didn't." He's
was
like,
you.
"Yeah." He's like, "I see their box on top of the dumpster. I know you killed them," because we
Yeah.
had two boxes that we kept them in at first.
Yeah.
We had a small box for them to live in, and then a bigger box so they couldn't climb out.
Right.
And when we had put them over there by the food, we put only the smaller box, and then Franklin set the bigger box on the dumpster.
Uh-huh.
And our boss sees that, and he just thinks that we killed them and threw them away
Yeah.
without saying
I mean,
anything.
I like how in that environment that's the thing that he assumes when he sees the box at the dumpster.
Well, because that's a very fair assessment.
That is a realistic assessment of your workplace, I would say.
When it comes to the people we work with, yeah,
Yes.
I honestly.
Well, I mean, even you, James.
Here's the thing. I was horribly scared that our workers would just straight up go over there to the kitties and just fucking murder the shit out of them.
Just kill him for no reason. I mean, it could happen. Yeah.
I work with monstrous human beings, so yeah, that was my entire thought. I was like, cool, I'm about to watch these animals we strive so hard to save be just mercilessly killed by these fucking monsters of human beings.
It can happen, actually. Yeah.
It just
Viewers,
worked.
you might think that we're joking, but like it's a real possibility that it happened. I'd say
I
like
mean, hey,
coin
I'm just
flip,
saying,
maybe even more than a coin flip.
I'm just saying, when all the black people were dying in the news, guess what they did? They hung nooses at work. We have one black person that works with us. I don't know how he felt.
And they hung him too.
We don't see him anymore, but I keep getting told he works here still. I haven't seen him in months, JD. But I keep getting
Wait, are you
told
serious?
I have not seen this man in months. But I keep seeing the crew he works with, but him not with them. And every time we ask them, like, hey, does this guy still work here? They go, yeah, he just leaves earlier than everywhere else. And we're like,
leaves
how does
real
that-
early.
I see you every day.
If you enjoy this episode,
Hold on. That story's not over. So the kittens.
Yeah.
I have a video of them. I'm going to send you it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't take any pictures or videos until like literally as we were walking out the door. I did not want to disturb them. I wanted them to like make sure they were safe and everything. Like everybody was walking
But
up,
when you
like,
did
literally
take
people
pictures,
from-
you made sure that the flash was on, right?
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise, I
was
won't be able to see
blinding the shit
anything,
out-
you know. So
I was blinding the shit out of them. Yeah,
hit it with a flashbang.
I am also a monster of a human being. But yeah, so the thing that happened with them is that the mother and the rest of the cats did not take them in. So Franklin took them home. He has a shelter people that he knows, trap and release people, who have spayed and neutered them and are going to be taking care of them until they can live on their own. Then release them back into the feral cat area, and they are also going to be. Yeah, and they're also going to be coming by and spadering and neutering all the other feral cats out there, so we don't have a problem with this again, which is very sad because, you know, it's like no more baby kittens and stuff, but it's also like it'll be safer for them.
I'm in support of eugenics. I think
Like,
it's...
so I sent you the video.
I mean, you know, I think that
You
the best cats are the cats that have never been born. So with that in mind, if you enjoy this video,
I named them Milo and Charlie.
leave a like, subscribe. You can catch
Did
us
you watch the video?
every Sunday. I played a little bit of the video. It was just
Play the whole video. Play the whole video.
All right, fine. I'll play the whole video.
Watch them try to fucking kill each other. Listen to Franklin say the word perfect in it, apparently.
They're squeaking and okay, yeah. That's about it.
They're adorable.
They're monsters. If they would,
I'm a
if they
monster.
could, they would kill you, James.
JD,
If
they're
they
not
would, if they
monsters.
could.
I am. As you can tell, I am this man behind me.
We do this every
I
Sunday.
am the man behind
you-
the slaughter.
If
You
you
know
enjoy,
what, JD?
you have to subscribe. Then you'll get notified to when the videos come out. They usually come out on Sunday, sometimes in the morning, sometimes a bit later in the day if I'm running a bit late,
Save the life.
but most times Sunday. That'll be it from us. Say goodbye, James.
Did you know that Orphan Maker is actually a morally good person who